Mm.
So the question in the room right now is, when is enough enough to leave a relationship? Because we have, like, there's a lot of couples
Oh,
that
okay.
are on
Okay.
again, off again. And we have some good recommendations. Mr. Six said, when a woman's fed up. Caramel said, when you say something to the person, everything you say gets them mad.
I I really feel like when it's there's this love loss, like because people say they love, like they fall in and out of love. Like I think when you love somebody, you truly love them. So the love never goes away. It's just this level of I can't deal with it. Alexa, stop.
Oh, let me turn
For a
down noise
certain
for
level of
people.
for a certain level of peace, you know what I'm saying? Some people just can't deal with being cheated on too many times. They can't deal with you arguing, yelling in their house. They can't deal with you being irate and demonstrative around their kids. Um, it's just certain stuff that people can't take. It's not that they don't love you, but they can't take certain actions that are detrimental to their peace, their happiness, their safety. So they'll distance themselves from you because you just aren't good. So it's that second, third, fourth time. It's the first time you punch the wall, she put a calendar over, she put a picture over it. The second time you yelled at her
Right.
house, she sat down and have a conversation with you like her child is traumatized because for a whole 10 minutes you sat here yelling at the top of your lungs and now her baby's scared of you. That third time she like, I just can't do this shit no more. You blew up in front of my family. I
Thank you
bring you
for the
around my
gifts.
family to meet my family, and here you are snapping on my brother, fighting with my brother. I can't do this. And on the way home, she's letting them know you got to go. So it's just whatever the breaking
But
point
do,
is.
like, do people grow out of that? Because I feel like I talk openly on this app that I have been a toxic female, right? And I'm the person that's getting the healing and therapy and trying to unlearn the ways that I've learned from my childhood that I
Right,
consider normal and healthy, but are not normal and healthy. So I
right.
see myself doing the work, but do you think the majority of people can do the work and get over it?
I don't think people understand that there's work to be done. You know what I'm saying? People are content being who they are, what they are, doing what they do. They're truly okay with feeling as though they're the entitled one in the relationship. It's okay for them to cheat. It's okay for them to be snappy. They don't have to really change. They don't have to be available. They don't have to text back or call back when they get calls. They've gotten what they've wanted. I came in this relationship to get your butt. Now I got it. I don't really want you for real. So I'm gonna distance myself. On a lady's side, I just wanted to make sure that my bills got paid. I wanted that trip. I wanted that bag. Now that I've got it, I really don't want your attention anymore. So it's sad that people's love is so fleeting because you would think if they were so in love that it would continue to grow. But it seems like people, as soon as they say love, things start to regress and go backwards.
So, okay, Caramel said if you're 50 and still doing the same thing, it's no change. You're still serving your ways. Beth said, in spite of our past, I married an amazing man. So, Beth, was your man toxic when you met him, and then after marriage, he changed for the better? That'd be interesting to know, right?
Right, right.
Hi,
But are there not
Anne.
men who do that? Are there not men, I mean, women who said that, well, when we first met, and he was this and that, and I had to, and then he'll say, yeah, man, I was wild when I first met your mom. She almost killed two of them girls. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but it's the love,
Heard
it's
that
the
before.
that woman being able to stick through that man's mistakes. I think when you see a 30, 40-year marriage, you can't do nothing but think of the woman because we know men fuck up, period. And for a woman to be able to stand strong through a man's mistakes or the temptation that he was subjected to, um, man, I think that says something. And at some point, that man realizes the hurt he causes her, the headache he causes her. And at some point, so much love, he just stopped. He doesn't want to do that to her anymore. So although she may go through a couple years of it, she got 48 years on the back of her. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you got to
Oh.
be. It's how you take it and how long you can withstand it.
So
I'm almost
I agree with Caramel. She said, I think people change for who they want to change for. And that's what
sure.
my biggest thing about relationships is. I feel a lot of people are getting in relationships for the wrong reason. Like
Right,
you said, for the security, for the money, for the
right,
sex. So when now they have the bad behavior, they don't want to change because they don't really care that much about you. But I
Right.
think I
Right.
agree with Caramel. I think for the right person, they'll be like, no, I can't lose her or him. I gotta
Right.
change, you
But see,
know?
that's where that
Right,
benefit
Ange?
is so beneficial that you can't lose the benefit. I would ask in that situation if we were sitting in a therapy room and just on the outside listening, when you find that thing or that person, is it the benefit of them? Is it because you know they'll never cheat when every other man has? Is it because you know she's um like some men? He know you got a good job. He ain't never dealt with a lawyer before. Ain't never dealt with an entrepreneur before. So now when he come around you, he see you move different, you eat different, you drive different. So all that being the case, why would I want to go back to the hood rats in the hood? Why would I go back? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
this is
It's a
why I tell
higher
women all
elevated way of
I know
living.
exactly. But I tell women don't be a convenience because there are a lot of men out here looking for you to be a convenience to them. Let me drive your car while you at work. Let me sit up in your house and eat your kids' fruit snacks. I ain't doing nothing for you, but it's benefiting off you immensely. Like that's crazy.
That's very true. Ange said it's all about what you bring to the table in the beginning. Do you think, Ange, everybody in the room, do you think that people are vetting properly, like when they're getting into dating relationships, or they're just kind of following, their lust?
That's
He
the
didn't
only
try to
reason why.
be grown. Yeah,
Um,
that's my question.
ask it one more time for me.
Do you feel that people are vetting properly, like asking all the right questions, making sure this is a good mate, a good partner? Or do you feel like people are just kind of going off of blind lust? Or maybe some people, I feel like a lot of women have abandonment issues. So
Right,
like the first guy that's just like nice to them and like, hey, you look pretty, they're like,
right.
oh, really? And they just go for it without
Mhm.
vetting. That's what I feel.
And that's the point. That's where women I think get caught up. That's why it's sad. It saddens me when I hear women say I can't do the dating multiple at one time. You're not doing anything but being courted by two to three, four men at one time. So what's so hard for you? All you have to do is sit back and wait for phone calls, wait for sweet text messages, wait for offers on dates, wait for men to do their best to get to know you and actually open up and be more than just a me, I. He's going to tap into you. How can you tell the difference between who is and is not doing that if it's only one motherfucker in your picture?
Right.
Like that's tough. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take what you get, and now you're subjecting yourself, your um what's the fucking word? You're allowing yourself to go through some stuff that you probably wouldn't have gone through if you saw another person do it another way. You allowed this guy to be emotionally unavailable because that's just his nature. But had it been another guy that you called and you told him why you were down and all he wants to know, oh my God, is there anything I can do? Can I assist you? Do you need me? Now you feeling this whole different feeling where this last guy was just nonchalant. You got a superhero of a Superman over here that's ready to go beat up the whole world because you don't feel well.
Mm,
But how do you have that comparison? Because you
yeah.
only date one at a time, you know? So I don't know. I get the logic behind it, but is it really logical if it's not doing you any good?